Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Chris here with your London closed trading session. Thanks for joining me here. It's the 13th of May. It's Wednesday, and quite a bit to cover today. We had three trades that we ended up taking yesterday, so it was a very profitable day yesterday for us. But I think we have some opportunities today too. So, kind of just starting off with the heat map. You can see the Kiwi was sold off pretty heavily as uh, the rate stayed the same as expected. They doubled their quantitative easing, but they did open the door to negative rates in the future, and that's what spooked the markets and had a sell off. I think it's a little oversold. So just a thought here. I think Aussie Kiwi might be a really good move for us because the Aussie is going to be susceptible to this U.S.-China trade war a lot more than New Zealand will be. So just there was a huge move up for the Kiwi or for the Aussie compared to the Kiwi. So just we'll look at that chart here in a minute. But other than that, euros mixed, dollar mixed, Aussie generally positive. The Canadian dollar has been gaining pretty substantially here with the oil inventories that came out for the U.S., which was actually negative compared to a surplus, which was expected. So that definitely is supporting their Dow down 237 today. The VIX is up slightly. So Fed Chair Powell did make a comment saying significant downside risks. So that definitely spooked the market a little bit too. The Eurozone was all down in the markets. Oil down slightly. Gold is up. So in terms of just what's going on today, U.S. dollar is kind of mixed. Even though there's negative rate talks across the board through the G10, dollar's still mixed. I think the dollar is going to be a little more susceptible to the U.S.-China trade war, and also I don't think the U.S. is particularly handling our COVID-19 issue very well. But that's my opinion. So don't read into that. Euro basically little changed. ECB comments coming. The pound is basically been sold off with the UK yields down and also the opening of possibly negative rates for the UK. The yen is stable, but like I said, I think that the yen gained heavily on the Kiwi, but I think US yen might be a nice little short as well, and we'll look at that trade today too. It was pretty much a quiet day until Fed Chair spoke, other than the Kiwi, like I said, with the quantitative easing doubling and the opening to negative rates. The yields are down for the UK. Other than that, nothing really crazy going on here. So that's what we have in terms of news. So let's take a look at charts. So let's talk about what we had yesterday. We had three trades going on, and it was a very nice day for every one of them. So we had the Euro US, and basically we got in right here, and it spiked, dropped, screwed around here for a bit, and right around this time is when I got out of it because this is around London Open time, and not gonna trade that. Time is it 3? So I'm sorry, it was about this time right here, about 7 on this chart. So that's per my trade rules. I'm not going to hold a trade overnight, no matter what happens. I don't really care. It's just a matter of getting out. I had profit. If it's in the green or it's really close to the entry, I might hold it, but didn't want to do this. And what I'll do is if I hold it overnight, sometimes your brokers, or even if you have MT4, you can actually set a price alert. So just set it on your phone and just put your phone next to you when you're sleeping. So if something wakes you up, you can just take quick action and go back to bed. But it's better just to sleep. Euro US, or sorry, Euro yen. We took profit about here. You can see it hit the profit target if you would have held it overnight. But once again, I had about a 2-to-1 on this one. So for me, it was worth closing out. And then the other trade I had going on, and this was a little bit after the live session, was the Aussie CAD. I had a trade right here at 25 on the spike up. Right here is where I got in. And I took profit down here at 82. So I literally got it in on the nice retrace, and I got in, got out at the very, very low here. It was almost the very bottom. So that was a nice trade. So overall, very, very profitable day for us yesterday. So 2 trades I want to look at today, 2 possibilities, is I want to look at the US yen. And it's already kind of taken off here. There was a nice level at 20, and that's the level I was looking at, but you can kind of see it's already moved. So I don't think the reward to risk is very, very good here. If we would have gotten in before 7 minutes ago, it would have been nice, but we'll keep an eye on that. If it spikes up a little bit more, then we'll get in on that one. The other one I want to look at is the Aussie Kiwi, and you can see there's some definite stuff going on here. You can see the huge spike. I mean, we're looking at 150 pip spike up. And once again, my opinion is that the Aussie Kiwi is susceptible, or the Aussie is susceptible to the U.S.-China trade wars. There was already talk about about China not being able to deliver on their first order for the U.S. in terms of the trade deal. So just expect the trade deal to get whacked. You can see. Let's take a look at the volume here and just see what we have, but it's pretty much consolidating at the top. The only reason I don't like taking the Aussie Kiwi normally on the London close is it's not a very fast moving currency pair. So you can see there's a lot of volume built up here at the 70 mark. So I know there's a pretty big level at 107.60. I think it's a weekly pivot. And you can see this, I mean, it's pretty much respecting it. Let's take a look at the volume if we go back here. So you can see the volume build up here, and then the other volume is down here at 106.68. So if we could, if we were going to take this one, like I said, this might be something where we have to hold it. But this could be a nice move. You know, you would basically put your stop above the high and your target down low. So we're looking at 18 pip stop with the spread. You're probably looking at 20 pips. So 20 pips, and the profit target would be, let's see, and we're looking at 60, 75 pips. So that is a trade we could take. I'm hesitant, like I said, because it's been consolidating for basically 8 hours here. So what will it do next? I don't know. But the volume is built up pretty substantially here. So there's definitely a battle. And that's kind of what we like to see going into London close. You know, my only concern is I wish it wouldn't have been such a long battle. If it was just battling for maybe the last hour or 2 hours going into London close, that's usually when you have a signal to exit out. So I'm going to wait and see on this one here. Just like I said, it's been consolidating for a long time, and I don't want to get caught in a trade that sits around for 2 days. It's just not per the methodology. It looks good, but don't know if I want to risk money at it today. Let's take a look. I'm kind of browsing through the levels here. I'm looking for something like a US CAD might be a nice little move too. Let's take a look here. I think we might have a nice level. Okay, let's take a US CAD. So there's a level at 140.95. That is something I would be interested in with the build-up. Yeah. 84. So the level's here, and it didn't even make it to that level. This could be a nice little move here. And by move, I mean short. So the volume buildup is at the figure. So if we're looking at what, 17 pip stop for 70 pip profit. That's something I'd be interested in. So let's take we're gonna trade this. Let me just take a look at what my risk should be. And we will get in on US CAD short. Okay, so we're looking there. 4. Uh-oh. My broker online's not working, so we're gonna get in on my phone here. Oh, it's already dropped. Oh, broker's not really working right now. There we go. All right, we're in. So we got in 68 was our fill. And let's see, stop will be at the body high, which is pretty much the high. And target will be at this low right here. I think that's a perfect level. So we've got a 4.3 reward to risk, and I'm comfortable with that. Like I said, it's going to have to get past this high. It's going to have to get past this high, and you can see some volume right here. You can see the trend over the last, let's see, 12 hours, 13 hours has been downward. So as long as it doesn't close above these, which would invalidate our trade, this is a nice little move here. So this will be the move for today. And we'll keep an eye on it. It's starting to spike up a little bit, but that's the London fix. So hopefully we will see a nice little bump down and we can take some profit on this. So that's it for today, guys. We'll keep an eye on that. Let me take a look at the US yen, because that might be something we want to trade too. Let me just see if it's spiked up a little bit. No, it's still sitting at 107.04. So not going to happen today, guys. Not going to happen today. And actually, that's a topic to talk about too. Is if you see a move that's a possibility, but the reward to risk isn't there, don't take it. If it's not at least 2 to 1, it's not worth getting in. So you want to stick with your trading plan, and the key is just discipline. I promise you, if you can master any type of strategy, whether it's something that's Nick's teaching you or the courses, or if you like the London close, whatever works best for you, but just stick with it for 20 trades before you decide if this is profitable or not. And don't really worry about profits or losses. Just stick with your plan. And at the end of 20 trades, if you see profits, you're onto something, and then you want to continue it. So that's that's how you have to work this thing, and you have to make sure that whatever you do, it's got to be repeatable. You're looking for specific market condition. And once again, like this strategy would not work at the London Open. It would not work at, the midday London. It wouldn't work at the U.S. Open. So it's a specific strategy that I think there's an edge, takes advantage of, repeatability in the market for conditions. And it's not perfect, but it profits more than it loses. And like I said, Nick has some great stuff. The courses really show you some great repeatability stuff on market conditions where you can profit. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. Let's keep an eye on this guy and see what happens, and we will go from there. All right. So thanks, guys, for joining, and I'll catch you on the room if you guys need anything. All right. Thanks.